Good morning. At least it is a good morning for me where I live right now. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of cases, or technically it's just one, but I have two different styles. This is the Metropolis LT from UAG for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Look at these. These are still wrapped up in the plastic. Big shout out to the folks at UAG for sending me these to check out. With that being said, this video is not sponsored. They just sent over the cases. Everything that I say in this video are my own thoughts and opinions. But I'm very excited to check this out because look at this. It has 18 feet of drop protection. And this is military grade. They're tested and that's their guarantee pretty much. So we're going to take off the sleeves. Probably get like a thumbnail because like these are pretty cool. This is just a very chill sort of video where I just in real time talk about the case. We're gonna go with this one first. This is vegan faux leather, and the other one is Kevlar, which is very, very interesting. Vegan faux leather. Let's go ahead and see how we can take this out. Very, very simple. Ooh, I like the feeling of this already. So it's actually not that thick. I thought it would be a little bit more protective or thicker. It is just as protective because 18 feet of drop protection, but I thought it would be thicker for the amount of drop protection that you get. But this is actually a pretty thin case, which is insane. Like you could see like how much the volume buttons protrude, or like the covers for them, so you can kind of see how thin this case really is. Let's go ahead and grab the other one. I wanna compare really quick. I'm just gonna do that so that it's a little bit more cleaner, but it's pretty much the same thing. The only difference is like the back portion that are different materials. So this is vegan faux leather. Not really sure how to describe it, but like it doesn't feel like leather. It feels like a sort of plastic. I had to test it. Oh wait. Okay, I can kind of smell it. It's not like real leather, but it does give off that faux leather smell. And the Kevlar, I might as well smell the Kevlar. I'm still a little bit under the weather, but you know, I gotta sniff it. I really like the look of this black one. That's pretty sick. Look at that. Patents pending. The sides, they are not that sturdy. There's some flex to them, but that probably helps with the drop protection. It looks like it is more thicker or more reinforced around the corners of the case. And of course the buttons are like heavy duty, like they're thick. So I feel like that's where it's gonna be like the most protective. Let's go ahead and put it on. I unboxed this one first, so I'll put it on first. Okay. That's pretty much it. It's very flexible, so it was very easy to put on and take off. I still can't believe this case gives you 18 feet of drop protection. That is honestly pretty crazy. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look around the case. For the buttons, you can kind of see it's not like completely covered. You can see the bare iPhone through there. Not sure how I feel about that, but you know, the buttons are very, very responsive. You're gonna have no problems clicking these buttons. It's very easy to find. The same with the power button. Nice, responsive. And the action, I keep saying action button, the camera button is exposed. For me personally, I don't like it when the action, oh my goodness, when the camera buttons are exposed. That's just for me personally. But you know, it's actually pretty nice because it's not like they're not both raised up. The part closer to the back is a little bit more flush with the case. But that being said, it still does add some protection to it. But with this design, you're able to, you know, click it a lot easier, adjust your settings a lot easier as well. And it's not like you're trying to get your finger in there in order to use the camera button. So with this case, they thought about that. They made it enjoyable for you to use the camera button, and that's something that I appreciate from the case. The bottom, you have your holes for the straps, so you can use the Apple neck straps or whatever that they have, or some third-party wrist straps if you want. Cutouts for your speakers, microphones, charging ports. Pretty nice, very generous cutout. You know, it looks like you're going to be able to put in pretty much any charger that you want. If not, this thing is more than easy to take out. Like it's very easy to pop out. With that being said, I'm sure that this thing is more than secure enough, and it's not going to come off accidentally. The camera cutout, very raised. So this is going to protect your camera bump, your plateau. And that's the same with the front of the case. As you can see, it is very raised up. It's way above the screen protector. So I have a tempered glass screen protector from Apple that I paid like 40 bucks for, and that is like way raised above the screen protector. So you're pretty much safe from any bam, like little stuff like that. If you want to slam your phone down on a wood table, a concrete table, as long as it's flat, right? If it's like kind of bumpy and has some raised edges, you know, it's a screen, and no amount of lip is gonna protect your screen from like a raised uneven surface. Let's put on the Kevlar one. I really want to try on the Kevlar one. Oh my goodness, this is what I really like. Imagine if there was a black iPhone 17 Pro Max. That would be amazing. However, there isn't. Still kind of sad about that. But man, this thing is hot. I love the look of this. I think I might rock this case for a little bit, to be honest. There's one more thing that we have to test out. It's MagSafe compatibility. This is MagSafe compatible. Bam, look at that. No problems there. It's pretty sturdy. Of course, if I shake it hard enough, it's gonna come off like that. But that's just how it is with MagSafe. I have a couple of wallets to check out. Nice, pretty solid there. And another one. This one's a little bit stronger. And that isn't going anywhere at all. So pretty much a really nice case. You get all the functionality. It's really nice. It's not too thick for the amount of drop protection that you get. 18 feet. Dare I say, this is like actually really good thickness for the amount of drop protection that you get. I think it's just how they designed the case. It's like kind of curved around where the edge of the phone would be, so it gives you the illusion of it not being as thick. I think they designed this case very well. I really like the sort of subtle branding here as well. It doesn't scream UAG, but it gives that sort of classy look where you're able to take this into maybe even like a business meeting in more formal situations and still look really nice and classy. Again, the only thing that I don't like about this is the exposed camera button. So that's just me. That's a personal preference. If you don't mind that, then this case is amazing. The lips are good for the screen, for the camera, the plateau. The buttons are pretty solid as well. And I really like the build quality of this thing. I mean, it is not a cheap case by any means, but you do get your money's worth, and this case is absolutely worth it, in my opinion. If you are interested, I'll leave links in the description, or probably just one, and then you could just choose whatever color you want in the listing if you want to support the channel. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for listening. I'll see you tomorrow.